Hello, back again to Golang Microservices full course, and in the previous video we have already tried to implement the top up with the RabbitMQ as a message block publisher, and in this video I will try to talk about the outbox and why this is happening now, why we cover this video for now. I think, imagine if in the last video, after we pay from a payment gateway, and then when the payment gateway send callback to us and our RabbitMQ is broken, not a broken mean like broken or just down, so there will be no one that can ensure that the message will execute it when the RabbitMQ up again. So this is the outbox that we want to implement. Outbox mean like we want to just create another table, so after the top up is going, then not directly put the message to RabbitMQ, but we put inside the table in the database first, because database is more savory, I think. Like, the data is still there even though later the system restarting or something, right? If you want to try, I think we can try first. Don't forget to check out the master and pull origin master, and we just get pull origin master, and we just like make tidy, make build Linux, and docker compose up dash build -d, and when we waiting we can try to set up our login maybe later, and then transaction to payment stripe we can try with a 30, maybe 300,000, but we will kill the RabbitMQ first. Make sure that you still have the stripe CLI running, and I want to try to go here and here. Before we do the checkout, I will try to get my wallet, which is 15,000, and when I want to add a 300,000 here, pay, what happened? I want to try here, my wallet is still 15,000, so this is because the RabbitMQ is not up, and we prevent this happen by creating the outbox pattern. So what we are going to do right now, I want to git checkout again to -b the episode 37 feature 037 outbox pattern. What it's called, outbox pattern payment, yeah, outbox pattern payment stripe, like this. And then after that I just want to create the file migration. I think first is migration, we create payment outbox event, so make migrate, create the service is payment service, and then the name is create payment outbox events, and when we have the file, we can just try to copy and paste for the migration file. App is creating the table if not exists, and then drop table if exists for the down. And don't forget to make migrate up. Up migration complete, and then we go to the main.go. We have payment worker here, but we should create the worker. The worker that we want to create is just as usual. This is here, worker.go, worker.outbox.go. So internal payment here, we create the worker folder, outbox.go file, and we copy paste here. We have the new outbox worker and start worker, new ticker, and then dial RabbitMQ, but this one is need to have. I want to ask AI to make this as same as the other workers, which is creating the inside the transaction service, outbox.go, something like this, with ensure connection. Please add ensure connection like here. Okay, so after that we create the service and Outbox repository first. Outbox repository, we create Outbox repository for the here Outbox repository.go. We need to create the Outbox worker with retry mechanism, and then inside the Outbox repository we have create transaction. We click tx, get pending events, and mark as process and increment attempts. So why this guy is, I want to recheck first, because I don't think we need their help. I just want to try to make the ensure connection for this one. And even that event type is still error now. I think what is this one, let me check later. And for now I just try to create the X for the repository, which is inserted into Payment Outbox event, and get pending with status pending, right? Then mark as process to process it, and increment attempts to attempts +1. And then after that, service and the repository. Repository can, service can. I just want to try to repository first, which is here. We need to copy the function, which is get from the payments. This is get by Stripe session ID, and this is update the status of the transaction where with the Stripe session ID. And after that, for the service, we create the DB. This one we add the DB into service, and then Outbox repo, and then we also do that in here. We also do that here as well. Something like this. Okay, should be works fine. And then we use Transactional Outbox Pattern here. Get payment from the database is, we change to here. So this one until this one marks payment settled. We remove the p.nail until here p.completed, until repo update status, yeah, we remove this one error.nil until p.status. Yeah, completed, we remove. And also for the third, we remove as well, but we should add this one logger here. If session checkout session completed, then here, and even event payload, we just create, we just event payload, we just remove until logger and return nil here. What happened is this. So I think this is I just need to check with this one, copy with event payload is changes. So here event payload I change to this one, to this function, but I add this one here, so this will not have an error after that. But even publisher settlement, I need also to remove until by payment repo, till payment repo data status here, remove. Okay, and then item potency check, we need to add again this one, and then update status payment, update payment status here. Okay, with the return as well, we need to remove. Okay, so here is an error. What happened here? Error outbox event. I think this is very confusing. Let me check. So I just want to go here inside the file first, inside the file to make sure. So in the microservices, and the branch is temp, we go to the payment service, internal and service. I just want to try to copy first for all this one. So basically the changes is here, 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 and here, like before, but we just remove the process webhook, we just remove the other and use this one, and then we just create the max payment settled here. So max payment settled here is get stripe set by session, and then update the status of the payment, and then save to the outbox. So yeah, then after that we should add the model, right? The type outbox here, because we still have an error. So model here, we add outbox, and we can see that there is no error again. But main.go, we need to create another, which is payment worker. Inside main.go, payment worker, and we do the outbox repo, create the outbox repo 48. Where's 48 outbox repo? Okay, here I think. Yeah, here, and then we should add db and outbox repo, db and outbox repo, and then start the worker, under by handler. Yeah, payment worker, I accidentally saved, so there is error. We need to again to like import again, and we change the logger here, logger 73. This one we change to graceful shutdown here, and after we migrate up, we should build make tidy first and make build Linux, and then docker compose up test build test. So when we see in the our DB, it should have new table in the payment after we create a payment outbox event. Yeah, so I want to try to check me invalid token. I need to relogin. I need to relog. Okay, let me check my wallet. I get a 300. There should be after the RabbitMQ is done. Wait, 300. Okay, let me check with 500,000. I want to try. And when we go to here, we pay, and we should check inside our database. We have payment settled here, amount 500,000, and attempts last error processed. Yeah, the status is processed. We see inside the RabbitMQ we have this like a mountain. Yep, this is the things that show that the RabbitMQ is working. We have the version 8, and then we have 80,000. Okay, should be works fine. Yep, get ledger mutation, which is first is debit and debit, credit, and credit. So this one should be good, and this is the outbox pattern, and see you in the next video. Thank you.